Hi everybody, today I have a fun video for you guys in honor of them not giving us a Dragon Ball Super episode on Saturday. Gonna just do this instead. But I'm giving you guys my top 10 favorite fighting scenes in the Tournament of Power so far. These are my favorite moments in Dragon Ball Super. So of course everybody's different, so everybody's gonna have different favorites. So if me didn't call out one of your favorite moments, just tell me which ones you liked and leave it down in the comment section below. Another thing, so I really couldn't rate the fights evenly because I just felt like a lot of them were tied. I like one, it's just different. So instead of me ranking them from 1 to 10, I'm going to be just telling you guys in the order that the fights happened. So without further ado, let's just go ahead and jump right into the video. Alright, the first fight I'm going to mention is when Goku is fighting Kale in episode 100. Kale got kind of pissed off that Goku was like training or just fighting, helping Kefla with her becoming a Super Saiyan Blue, but of course he told her she had to master the other transformations first before she got to Blue, so he was just fighting with her to get her, better acquainted with the Super Saiyan transformation. Well, while they're fighting, Kale tried to help her and try to do like a little ki blast, and instead of her helping, she kind of got in the way, and they told her she was like a little bother. So she got pissed off at Goku and she was like, "Oh, you're taking my sister away from me." And then went super berserk. She went actually transformed into the true form of a Super Saiyan, which is when they like green hair, big muscles, kind of like crazy Saiyan mode. And then her and Goku got into it. And I loved it so much, okay? Like she literally grabbed Goku's head and was like dragging his ass. And then when he did a Kamehameha wave, freaking she withstood that shit, reached through the Kamehameha wave, grabbed him by his head and threw his ass. Like that was so dope to me, and it gets me hyped every time I think about it. I'm trying not to simmer myself down because I get really, really excited with things like this. But yes, that is my first fighting scene in Dragon Ball Super that I loved. Alright guys, my second fight is between Jiren and Goku in episode 109, and it also steps into the next episode too as well. But it starts in 109 to where Jiren and Goku are starting to fight, and when I say they are fighting, well, it's Goku mainly fighting and Jiren's kicking his ass. But they're fighting, Goku tries to, I think he's trying to get a feel of Jiren's power, because when Jiren started fighting, he just released some of his energy, and when everybody on the stage and in the crowd, they felt that presence. It was really overwhelming moment because it just gave you a taste of the true power of Jiren. But yeah, it starts there. Goku tries to start in his basic form, and then he was going through the Super Saiyans, and then ultimately he went to Super Saiyan with the King Kai fist. And even then, poor Goku just got shitted on. And then, when Goku was flipping, like, at his lowest point, where he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna give my all, he then tries to do a spirit bomb. So he's gathering up the energy from all of his friends and allies, and then he unleashes this spirit bomb. Now, this is where it gets good. Goku, is tossing this big old spirit bomb at Jiren. Jiren's like, fuck that, no you're not. And then it's like they're like pushing the spirit bomb, back and forth towards each other. And then all of a sudden, poor Goku just gives out, and then the spirit bomb just heads for him. And then Goku just falls into the spirit bomb, right? He falls into the spirit bomb, guys. So everybody around was like super like scared because Goku wasn't found for like the first 2 minutes of the next episode. So they thought he was just annihilated completely. And then everybody's like, spirit is like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, Ultra Instinct kicks in Goku, and everybody's in freaking mode. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, oh gosh, I was just like, what is going on? So then he's Ultra Instinct, and then he's doing his business with Jhin. Like, Jhin actually had to let off some more of his actual power out to freaking go against Goku. But then ultimately, since Goku did not master it, he kind of like de-transformed into the regular state of himself, and then it was just over with. Yeah, that was a good fight. Even though Goku did not win and Jiren beat his ass, it was still a very, very vital moment in the Tournament of Power for me. So yeah, let's go to number 3. Alright, my third fighting moment was when Jiren and Hit had their encounter, which led to Hit being kicked out of the Tournament of Power. Since Goku and Jiren had, had their kind of bouts, Hit thought it was a great time for him to jump in and take out Jiren, because maybe his stamina wasn't as much as it was before because of the fight with Goku. But little to his knowledge, Jiren still had about all of his power. He didn't even lose much of it at all. So he's fighting Jiren. They're battling it out. Jiren is kind of serving Hit, but with Hit, he kind of grows with every trial or tribulation that's in his way, because he's awesome like that. And then he's working himself up and he's keeping up with Jiren. Then after all that business, Hit actually gets Jiren frozen at the edge of the freaking stage. So Jiren cannot move. He had put him in a time skip place where it's continuously going, and Jiren cannot move. He's moving his head, but it's you could tell he's struggling with doing it. So Hit is trying to focus on doing that, and then he decides this is the perfect time for you to kick your ass off the stage. So he tries to do a blast and hit Jiren, but at the last possible moment, as he's trying to hit Jiren, Jiren stops his attack with just a glare of his eyes. So Hit's what? I think I was what? But yes, he just stops it with the glare of his eye, and flippin' stops Hit, kicks Hit's ass, and then knocks his ass off the stage. That is another fun moment of mine. Even though I did not want Hit to leave out of the Tournament of Power so quickly, it still was a great fight under Hit's belt. So kudos to Hit. Now we're going to go to number 4. Okie dokie, the next fight, number 4, is when Kale and Kefla merge together as Kefla and fights Goku. This was bomb, and we actually got to see Goku become Ultra Instinct again while fighting them. I will actually not even talk about this one and just show you guys. It was awesome. Alright, my 5th favorite fight was against Brigitte and Android 18. This was a great fight, even though Brigitte's from that universe who is all about love. Android 18 didn't give two shits who she was, and she was serving her up, but then ultimately Brigitte had kind of got the high ground. Like, she was like acting like, oh my gosh, and what do you know about love and all kind of mess. And then she sent like this energy ray or whatever and wrapped Android 18 in it. Then I guess her teammates was giving her their energy, and she turned to this big old butterfly Brigitte, like a big old fat butterfly. And then Android 18 is like stuck, and she's actually about to give up, but then she hears her hubby Krillin shouting in the stand to him, Ju Hachigo-san, Ju Hachigo-san, Ju Hachigo-san. And then she just totally changes her mindset, breaks through, and just starts going super android on her, like running up her arms, just finally bursting through her head until she's knocked off the stage. I love that because it actually shows how much Android 18 really does love Krillin. So that was one of my favorite moments as well. Alright, so that was my top 5. Now, if you want to see the remainder 5, I'll be making another video, a part 2, because I don't want the videos to be super long and just lengthy. So I'm going to break them up. Part 1 is going to have the first 5 fights, and then the next one is going to be from 6 to 10. So stay tuned.